software analyst at D.A. Davidson. Gil, always great seeing you, and thanks very much indeed. So just remind us, why is Oracle forced to spend so much on hardware? Because, of course, we think of them as a classic software stock.
Well, their fastest growing business is Oracle Cloud, where they are building data centers and then renting out capacity within those data centers to their customers. So that's the business we refer to as the hyperscaler business, because the three large participants, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud, have enormous businesses here. And they were really the only three providers. Oracle a few years ago decided to build a business here, but it is a very capital intensive business. And that's what's happening right now, is that in order to keep the growth there, they've increased their capex as percent of revenue from 12% a year ago to more than 25% right now, which is a very big burden on margins this year and going forward.
The stock was up. I mean, the stock is still up a lot this year, as you know. So, I mean, the shares are still up about 66% this year, well over twice the gain in the NASDAQ. So why have investors suddenly gone cool? Is it just it's coming home to them that there's going to be a big capex bill here?
So the company for a while has guided that they're going to accelerate to double-digit revenue growth. And it's been around the corner for a while, and now the sense is that it could happen as soon as the next quarter or the quarter after that. That's what's gotten investors excited this year. What happened this quarter is some investors understood what the price of that is, that this revenue isn't going to come in, this incremental revenue acceleration isn't going to come in at positive margins. It's actually dilutive margins. So even if they do grow double-digit revenue growth, there's not going to be much margin expansion. They're expecting to grow earnings only at that rate. And in fact, free cash flow appears to be declining this year, which is an alarm for investors.
Now, the new Republican-controlled government in Washington, as of next year, could well be easier on mergers and takeovers, less concerned about excessive market power. So Oracle, you think, might go for acquisitions. Would investors like to see that?
It depends on the acquisition, but historically, Oracle does not have a great track record. The most recent acquisition they made, Cerner, has been a pretty bad acquisition. It's been very dilutive since they bought it. It was a big drag on revenue growth. It was dilutive to earnings. So the most recent example is not great. If Oracle goes on a big buying spree next year, unless they make particularly accretive acquisitions, investors are probably not going to like that.
What would, let's put up the chart again for Oracle, maybe a 10-year chart. At what price would you think Oracle roughly would become a buy at this stage?
So right now they're trading at about 27 times next year's earnings. That's on the high end of recent multiple ranges, on the very high end. And in fact, it's a premium to stocks like Adobe that already have double-digit growth and expanding margins. So it would have to be at a pretty significant discount to Adobe and to Salesforce, the other big comparable, for Oracle to be interesting, which is much lower than these levels.
It's fascinating. I mean, what are your thoughts? We may not talk to you again before the end of the year. Have you been amazed at the enthusiasm over AI in general?
Not at all. The possibilities that AI introduces in terms of increasing productivity, making our professional lives better, our personal lives better, is immense. The misunderstanding, though, is how long it's going to take. There's a lot of excitement right now about what those tools can do, and people are trying to incorporate into their life and into the software tools, when we have to realize that this type of change and innovation takes time to mature, for the tools to be ready for prime time. Eventually, they're going to be a really big way for how productivity is going to grow over the next couple of decades, making our lives better, again, on a professional level and a personal level. But we all have to be patient. It's going to take time. The technology breakthrough has happened. We have all these great new technological capabilities, but for them to become actual tools we can use on a day-to-day basis, probably 2-3 more years away from it going anywhere beyond what we have with ChatGPT right now.
If a young person came to you and said, I'm thinking about a career in programming, what would you say? Would you be wary because AI may de-skill that profession or take away a lot of the specialness of programmers?
Not at all. In fact, it's going to be an amplifier and a productivity enhancer for programmers. They're not going to have to do the manual parts of coding and writing and publishing and compiling. They're only going to do the high-level tasks of asking their code-generating tool what to do, how to do it, how to test it. So that job is actually going to get more exciting in the future.
Gil, thank you very much indeed for joining.